Okay, so I've been meaning to do this video for a long time, and only until recently, after I watched a lot of people trying to explain the concept of yin and yang symbol, or yin yang, uh, the actual pronunciation of the words, that I've determined that it might be a responsibility or a responsible way that I should, lay the whole concept out there. And I wouldn't pin this, I wouldn't necessarily pin this on Hollywood for misinterpreting the whole concept, or even Bruce Lee, as back then he was mostly just promoting his vision of martial arts, Chinese martial arts, into incorporated with films. He did try to promote Taoism and the symbol of yin and yang to the world, but not many people were fond of the whole religious concept than just martial arts. And only until about a couple of decades ago or so that the whole yin and yang concept was widely accepted, not because it looks cool, but because of a film produced by Hong Kong film industry and starring Lam Ying, rest in peace, good sir, that the whole thing has spread across the world. And yeah, I did had the feeling of doing this about a couple of weeks or months ago, but every time I try to record myself, it's always noisy. Like noise come out of nowhere when I'm not recording. It's just very quiet and very silent. So, but for now, for this video, I just felt like you know, what, whatever. I'll just do it anyway. So, so first of all, as people understand now, yin is black, the color black, and yang is white. But in reality, yin is not a color, and yang, of course, is not a color. It's just the color is just the easier interpretation of the whole concept, so that people would understand. Oh, you can actually just use another color as long as you use the same concept. It doesn't really matter what color it is, as long as the symbol is there and the representation. I'm so sorry. Representation of the whole meaning is still there. It doesn't really matter if it's black or white, really. And second of all, yin and yang is connected with good and bad, which is totally false. There's no good and bad concept in the whole yin and yang symbol. Of course, yin means negative, while yang means positive. But your battery has a negative side and a positive side, just like a magnet or the magnetic pole of our Earth. But there's no good and bad in those, right? So what is there to be for the whole symbol? So there's no good and bad meaning in the whole yin and yang concept. So please stop saying good and bad is in balance. There's no good and bad in balance for the whole symbol. I won't go into the Taoist belief with this because I don't feel like there's a need of going that deep. So it's just that. But I will explain why. So why we say, in a Chinese belief, why do we put the sky as yang while earth is yin? Like our father is yang while our mother is yin. So what the Chinese has interpreted this is the yang bears life. The yang brings life while the yin bears life. Just like our parents, the father carries the life while the mother, of course, bears life and ultimately give birth to life. So the same thing, like the sky and the universe, the ones that bears life, while Earth is the carrier. We were born from our mother, the same as from the earth, while our father bears us as of the universe. So that's the whole concept of yin and yang symbol. But of course, it's hard to explain this back in the days while people believed the whole sky was filled with gods, while the earth was filled with gods and ghosts as well. So it's really hard to explain this back in the days. But now, as people has progressed in innovation, science and technology and explanation, we have better understanding in our world to have a better concept of the symbol. Of course, as we progress, we should understand that the nature of the yin and yang symbol, although it was produced back in the days about, I don't know how many thousand years ago, but it's still relatable. It's because it's the base, the core of moral and symbolism, which we shouldn't take it lightly. So if anybody out there who still think that the yin and yang concept is symbolizing good and bad and try to push, try to convert people from a Taoist belief to another belief, if you're a Taoism and still confused in this concept, I hope that you understand now, because this, although it's just a tiny misinterpretation of the whole symbol, but it makes a big impact on the whole belief system, which it does, like brakes, a car brake and a handbrake. If you don't understand that, then it's okay, because I'm not really sure what I'm talking about right now. So yeah, I think that's about it. That's about sums up everything that I had to talk about the yin and yang. The main point is, don't talk about good and bad with the yin and yang symbol. Tiny detail, very tiny, but very crucial. Yeah. Anyway, so I guess that's the end of this explanation, and I hope you understand now, because if you still don't, I really have no idea how to explain even further, besides me not be able to pronounce my words right now. Stay safe, try to be safe, and until my other videos that I'm not sure of, peace.